crap, because you wanted a daughter, but you got a son, and instead of you being happy that you got a son. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anyone in between. Welcome to the Relax and React channel, where we delve into the heart of the interwebs to discover, watch, read, and react to the interesting, sometimes infuriating things people post online, because people be posting stuff online. I am Chima. It is a joy to have you here with me. It's a new channel, first video, so I appreciate your eyeballs on my video. Thank you. Without further ado, let's go. Today we'll be traveling to the wild and wonderful world of Reddit. Specifically, we will be going to the subreddit Ask Reddit, where the user by the name Oh Gosh Where to Begin asks this question: what's your secret that could literally ruin your life if it came out? Yeah, let's go. Background: I am a guy in my late 20s who was taken into care age 7. Everyone around me already knows that I was brought up by foster families because I had an early childhood. I deliberately kept it vague and say stuff like I'd rather not go into it, so that people will just assume I was abused in some way and they'll stop asking about it. It's interesting. It's a shame that that's quite prevalent nowadays. The truth is that the first 7 years of my life, I was brought up as a girl. By my psycho birth mother, who really wanted a daughter, and didn't let the snag of giving birth to a boy stop her from trying to raise one. That's an interesting childhood. Wow. She was pretty successful. She was a pretty successful professional in the legal field. Not entirely sure what. And had me via anonymous sperm donor from a fertility clinic. She found that I was a boy at a late ultrasound and then moved across the country, gave birth to me at home, and continued to move about until I was 5 or so. It was just the two of us all my life. We had contact with other people, of course, but they rarely got very close. I had lots of friends, but was always supervised. Wow. This is interesting. So she moved around a lot. I'm assuming so she moved across the country, I guess, to get away from the OBGYN that knew that this person was a boy and not a girl. Again, she knew what she was doing. I wonder what the legal ramification of this is. Is it against the law to do this? I think it is. Yeah, I'm sure it will be classed as child abuse or something. But yeah, anyways. I found out way after that my mother's strong puritanical Christianity was a lie. She used to explain why she was so strict about me being private and never letting anyone see me changed or anything. I just accepted all this as fact, having never been told anything different. Damn, everybody's just always bastardizing and abusing Christianity. I was sent to a religious school for girls and had a really great childhood. Okay, I was a bit of a tomboy. Well, you were a boy, not a tomboy. And played with Lego and toy animals rather than dolls and stuff. But that was not unusual, and no one ever questioned I was a girl, even me. I knew about men and women, but had never really seen much of naked people. My mother never ever spoke to me about it, but I kind of had the impression that when I grew up and got boobs and stuff, my penis will kind of fall off or something, and I would be a woman. And other kids would keep their dicks, and they'd be men. I don't know, to be honest. I never really thought about it. Wow. I mean, how sheltered would you have to be to think that about biology? Didn't you do 5 to 7, so you really wouldn't know about biology. I think that's when you get to like 9, 10, 11, 12 in secondary school. Okay, but that's wild to think that though. Anyway, I carried on with my happy girlhood, had a bunch of friends and everything, was great until I was 7 and a teacher accidentally spilled a cup of hot coffee over me at school. The liquid soaked through my clothes and was scalding me, so the staff immediately stripped me out of my dress and underwear to get the hot coffee away from my skin. And then they found out. The cops were called and I got taken to speak to who I guess would be social services. They asked me a bunch of questions about my life at home and stuff. Meanwhile, my mother was taken in for questioning too. She refused to acknowledge me as a male and insisted I was her daughter because she was, delusional and stuff. Okay, I wasn't allowed to go back home, but got put with the foster family and went through loads of therapy and stuff. The worst part was that literally overnight, I lost everything. My mother, my home, all my toys, my clothes. I moved to school, so lost all my friends. They cut all my hair off, and I was told I wasn't a girl anymore. It was really, really traumatic. Yeah. Imagine living 7 years thinking you're a girl or a tomboy girl, and then like that, you're not girl anymore. That would have messed a lot of people up. So I commend you for posting, for talking about it, and with how you're writing, it seems like perhaps you came out of it well and well adjusted. Just so you just dragged away from everything you knew and just put in a strange place. That is, I'm sorry you had to go through this. I mean, it was 12 years ago, but still, sentiment stands. The foster home wasn't that great. They had 3 boys already, and going from a sheltered, religious, only child upbringing to a rough and tumble, testosterone-filled environment was really difficult. They tried to force me to be masculine, and I was just too confused about what they wanted. Anything girly was reprimanded, and I felt so lost and alone because nothing I did was right. I tried to off myself when I was 11 and again at 13 because I didn't feel I fit in anywhere. After the second attempt, they moved me to a different foster family who were awesome. Okay, I considered them to be my parents. They actually stood up for me. The first thing was that they let me grow my hair. From when I got taken into care, they buzzed my hair short and I hated it. They always had to hold me down and do it forcibly while I was crying and fighting. My new parents flatly refused to do it and said that loads of boys had long hair. Yes, they did. And they also let me quit karate and football and take up swimming and jazz dance. Okay. Oh my days, you quit football. Why would you quit football? Damn. Since I've been taken into care, no one had ever stood up for my right to choose what activities to do or how to dress before. It was amazing. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I lost the where I was. So in the end, I came out of it with a pretty healthy gender identity. I'm a guy, but not the most butch guy ever. But I'm fine with that. I went through school and got my degree and have a pretty good job and an amazing supportive wife. Everything's looking great. But I can never speak about my early childhood and how I grew up as a little girl. TLDR, I'm a guy and I let people believe I was raised in care because I was abused when in fact I had a great childhood except that my mother tried to raise me against a girl. It total crap. I never expected such a response. I finally remember the password and I used it as a account and I answered blah. Wow. So, thoughts. I think it's always a shame when a child has to go through trauma caused by a parent. I mean, not every childhood would be perfect, but when it's been actively just crap, because you wanted a daughter, but you got a son, and instead of you being happy that you got a son, glad that you go. So I'm glad that you could have a baby, that you went through the pregnancy and you got a healthy baby. Instead of being happy with that, instead no, you were like, no, I want a baby, I want a daughter, and then you try to forcefully raise him as a girl. But I'm glad that he came out well, that he didn't suffer much of it. But I wonder what happened to the mom. She must have been taken into care. Like, I don't know, like prison wouldn't really solve anything. I think she's Delulu, so she needs help. She needs psychological help. She needs Michael. So yeah, that's my take on this story. I'm not sure it will ruin his life if it comes out. I think it makes him a much more interesting person with a colorful background. I guess it could help you build empathy for him if that's what he wants. But I'm not sure it will ruin the life per se. Let's see what the comments have to say. The first comment is like, amazing story. Okay, that's a good question. I thought this was very interesting, and I'm curious. Did you ever tell your wife? And he says yes. My wife knows all about it, and a couple of very, very close friends. Okay, that's good. It's always good to have people around you that you can speak to about anything. Not everybody needs to know your stuff, but there needs to be a few that know everything about you. For two reasons: one, they can hold you accountable, and two, if they know everything about you, they can back you. They can stand up for you when somebody comes and starts talking crud about you. So yeah, I like that. Yes, my wife knows all about it, and a couple of very, very close friends. I'm deliberately vague with most other people, yes, if it's brought up at all. I know some people lie, but I prefer to let people assume I must have been badly abused than to start a long conversation about my gender/sexual orientation. Why would that be an issue if you're heterosexual? Okay. So this says this one says, holy doo-doo. That must have been horrible. Finding out you were not a girl, losing your mom, moving all at once. It's a wonder you survived. Girl, you're a strong person. Yeah, well done. Well done. Yeah, I lost everything overnight, even my personal identity. Yeah, it was of as so young girl. I love my mother intensely. And as far as I was concerned, when I was 7, I'd been kidnapped by strangers. Wow. That's another interesting perspective of it. It took a very long time to fully realize what she did to me, and even longer to let go of love. Oh, he let go of loving her. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, you don't have to love everybody. As long as you don't hate people, because then hate is just... Yeah, hate is... It literally just eats you up inside. The other people, the person that you hate, they might have forgotten and gone on with their life, but then you are there, so hating them. So, yeah, you don't have to love everybody, but hate is not something you should hold on to. And forgiveness is something that you should definitely give out, because it's not even for them, it's for you. It's for you to let go and just move on. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us. It's been a long one. I'm going to stop the video here because it's quite a long video. I don't want the videos to be too long. But yeah, so this is this is a good story that had a good ending. I don't think it will ruin his life, to be honest. I think it will show people how strong he is, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the story, what you thought about it. Would you tell people this story if this happened to you? Do you know someone that maybe something similar has happened where their childhood was kind of a mess up, and how did they cope with it? How would you cope with this? Therapy, of course. Jesus and therapy. That's a good combination. And yeah, so guys, I want to say thank you for joining me in this first video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos, and help me reach my goal of 1,000 subs. Thank you.